Good morning, tech enthusiasts everywhere. Today is August 12th, and you're about to become just a little bit smarter, all by taking a couple minutes to listen to Smarter Phones Now. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you, and God bless. I want to tell you a story, my story about hunting for the perfect AI voiceover software. Not just any voiceover tool, but one that fit my needs exactly. If you've ever been down the rabbit hole of tech searches, you know how frustrating it can get. One site says one thing, another says the opposite, and meanwhile, you're just trying to find something simple that works. For me, the mission started with one very clear goal. I wanted a one-time purchase software, no monthly fees, no yearly renewals, no free trial that suddenly turns into a $29.99 recurring charge on my credit card. You see, I absolutely, positively dislike, no, let's say it plainly, I hate subscription-based software models. Once upon a time, you could buy a program, own it, and use it as long as you wanted. Now, it seems every developer has decided they're a streaming service. Pay forever or lose access. For something like voiceover software, that model just doesn't make sense to me. I was determined not to fall into that trap. The search, from hope to frustration, at first. I thought this was going to be easy. After all, there are hundreds of AI voice generators out there now. You can't scroll through social media without seeing ads for realistic voices in seconds, or human-like text-to-speech. I thought, great, I'll just pick one that lets me pay once and be done. Well, reality had other plans. Option 1 looked amazing. Crisp, natural voices, dozens of languages. Then, I saw the price, $39 a month. Cancel, and you lose access. Option 2, even more impressive. Custom voice cloning, emotion control, but also $59 a month. That's $708 a year, for something I might use a couple times a week. Option 3, free trial. Except the trial was so limited, I couldn't actually test anything. Then, you guessed it, a $29 a month plan waiting behind the Upgrade Now button. It became obvious. The industry wants you hooked on subscriptions. The deeper I searched, the more it seemed like the words one-time payment had been erased from the tech dictionary. I combed through forums, watched endless YouTube reviews, read tech blogs, and even checked some obscure corners of the internet where people share niche tools. I would find a glimmer of hope, click the link, and subscription again. I started wondering if my mission was hopeless. The turning point. One night, I was digging through yet another list of best AI voiceover tools for 2025, and I noticed something I hadn't seen before. Speechelo. The name was familiar. I'd heard it in passing years ago, but I'd never given it a closer look. The first thing I noticed, the pricing wasn't hidden behind 3 sign-up buttons. It was right there, one-time purchase. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be real? I kept reading. Speechelo offered over 30 voices, male and female, in multiple languages, adjustable tone, speed, and pitch. Breathing and pause control for natural delivery. Simple text-to-speech conversion in just a few clicks. Works on both short scripts and long narrations. I was skeptical, of course. I've been burned before. But this one-time price caught my attention. It wasn't $500, it wasn't $300. It was around $150 for the Pro version. That's less than 3 months of some subscription plans I had seen. Pulling the trigger. After years of seeing my money drip away on recurring charges, the thought of paying once and owning my tool was refreshing. So I bought it, just like that. $50 later, I had my download link, my license key, and that rare feeling of actually owning something digital. First impressions opening, Speechelo was like a breath of fresh air, no pun intended. The interface wasn't overloaded with confusing menus or dozens of sliders that required an engineering degree to operate. I pasted my first script into the text box, chose a voice, hit Generate Voice, and within seconds, I was hearing my words come to life. The voices sounded surprisingly human. Not 1990s GPS human, but modern, nuanced, and believable. They didn't sound like they were rushing or slurring. They had natural inflection and rhythm. I even noticed tiny pauses where a real person might take a breath. Better yet, I could slow down or speed up the delivery, add emphasis to specific words, insert pauses for dramatic effect, switch voices mid-script for dialogues. Within an hour, I had generated several samples and used them in a short video project. It worked flawlessly. Why this beats a subscription? I can't overstate how freeing it feels to have a tool that's fully mine. No ticking clock, no worrying that my access will vanish if I miss a payment. Subscriptions are fine for things that are truly ongoing services, like cloud storage or Netflix. But for a piece of software that runs on my computer, I shouldn't have to pay rent for it. With Speechelo, my $150 covers everything I need. I can generate as much audio as I want without hitting some credits limit. I don't have to budget for it every month. In a year, it'll still be there, ready to use. Plans for the future. I've been using Speechelo regularly now, and I can say without hesitation, I love it. It's reliable, fast, and the output is professional enough for my YouTube channel, podcast intros, and even commercial projects. In fact, I'm so impressed that I'm planning an in-depth review video where I'll break down every feature and show real examples. I'll also make step-by-step instructional videos for anyone new to AI voiceover work, how to choose the right voice, tweak settings for maximum realism, and integrate the audio into your projects. I think a lot of people out there are in the same boat I was, fed up with subscriptions and desperate for a solid, one-time purchase option. If my experience can save someone else weeks of searching, it'll be worth it. Final thoughts. Finding the perfect voiceover AI software wasn't easy. I hit dead ends, overpriced solutions, and countless subscription traps. But in the end, Speechelo delivered exactly what I was looking for: a one-time payment, powerful features, and voices that actually sound human. If you're tired of paying month after month for tools you barely use, consider giving it a try. For me, it's been a blessing, and I mean that literally. Technology is supposed to make life easier, not drain your wallet endlessly. Disclaimer: this article was produced with the help of AI and some very smart smartphones. This article is for entertainment purposes only.